Buddy, chilly day here. Hope it's okay where you're at. Everybody's staying warm. 16th of January. I wish it was February. I wish it was June. But I'm not here. Just wish it was warmer weather. I don't know how anybody can stand to live in freezing cold anymore, but everybody's different. This is message number 1236, my 1236 from the 12th of January. Again, this one is another one that was just for me, like the last one, and then the subsequent one. But I'll share it anyways. I wasn't going to do, but again, give you an idea of what other example types of messages that I do receive. Different ways, forms of communication. This is only one of them. Fast approaches his arrival, many clamoring then for survival. Mists are parted for passing through, many more for you to view. Now, the his he mentioned, my impression was this third horseman. So fast approaches his arrival, many clamoring for many then will be clamoring for survival. Mists are parted for passing through, many more for you to view. So the mists that are in between, that will be parted for the passing through of many more for me to view, for many more souls. So I guess that's going to return. Going to need me for that more coming up, which is wonderful because I love doing that because I learn things from it, which I pass on to you all from those in the spirit form. By the time of your transference, you shall experience more observance. So by the time of my transference, I know it's mentioned the transference from Florida back to Nevada, or transference from physical to spiritual, or both, I don't know. I shall experience more observance of spiritual things. I shall guide thee safely to each and every place to do what is needed, who and where. When complete, no longer they'll stare. So he'll guide me safely, which he's done, to each and every place he needs me to do something, and to do what is needed, with who, for who, and where. When complete, they'll no longer stare. I mean, they'll no longer be basically blind, spiritually blind. Open eyes, yet blind in sight, which majority of mankind is, covered over by tricks of night, of the lies and deception of darkness. Give sight a gift, I will give to thee, the ability to give them sight, be given to me, and it's spiritual sight, to help you set more souls free. So telling me what I'm going to be doing. A return of things I had been doing. Tarnished vestiges of what they were. Power and words they'll have to be sure. So tarnished vestiges of what they were, so that what the people were in the beginning of the journey, personal journeys, basically corrupted, a pale image, reflection of what they were before they got misguided, misled, went off on their own. The power in words that I'll have power in the words that he gives me and that I will share. I and my Father know of your pace. Patience needed is not a race. So Jesus and God know of my pace, which is very slow right now, not a lot going on. Reminding me that patience is needed, it's not a race, all in his time. She shall too aid thy cause, finished upon blending, no more flaws. So she who is going to join with in Vegas will aid my cause. We finished upon blending, no more flaws. So blending of ancient wife soul fully integrated within her and awakening her, which have no more flaws, no more burdens. Do unto others all we say as they pass thee each day. We all should be doing that. And grow in faith and communicate with him and be able to understand and pick up on and discern and detect his communications. You'll have more guidance of what he needs you to do and then pass that on to each person each day. And when he does say something to do, say to do something, oh, excuse me, it means do it now. Recognition you'll have, discernment you ask, and I have asked, discernment of his will, of him, not so I know not to fight him, discernment of darkness, discernment of his wisdom and knowledge, and his word and truth. So he does answer your prayers. I mean, make them good prayers, important stuff. Don't ask for foolishness and things of this world. Recognition you'll have, discernment you asked, as you journey to do as your task, as I journey to do what he needs me to do. Some local to thy home, some shall need to roam. So take me back out home in Vegas. I'll still have things to do away from Vegas, or around Vegas, or away from Vegas. Together, both shall accomplish much. That's who I'm going to, who's going to aid me, going to join me, as you shall feel spiritual touch. Those by side shall speak to thee, so it's in spirit form, that are around me, through their sight shall help you see. What they can see is far more than what I can see. Sarah, who's the daughter of my friend, aids whom she will, keep the coin upon her sill. So Sarah will aid whom she will, who she's supposed to aid and help. She needs to keep the coin upon her sill. Remember, that's that coin that we're told, humblest of coin. Wherever you are, here it's a penny. Wherever you are, whatever country, your humblest of coin, which would be the lowest coin. Again, everything with God is going to be humble. Or the less of anything, not the more. So everybody thinks, oh, golden, and everything's going to be golden. No, God is humble. God is humble. And anything, whenever you kind of decide which is best, which path to take, which thing to do, or which thing to get, always do the humblest. And you'll be sure to be on the right course. So keep that humblest of coin. If you're new to that, that had to do when the first horseman, who was conquest, arrived in spirit, in the spiritual realm, unseen to us yet, but we were told to put the humblest of coin upon the windowsill. And I didn't know if it's one windowsill or I put it on all of them. And I wasn't sure if it's heads up or heads down, so I put heads up. I wasn't told that, so that's just what I did. On the windowsill, which is kind of like when he passes by, he sees, hey, you got the message, and you're listening to him, you're following Jesus or God, and he'll pass you by, because you're a believer. The spirit, which is her sister, 2, spirit to see in dreams at night, whom to heal, trust this sight. So that was tell her that to trust in this sight in her through her dreams, who she's supposed to heal, because she's a healer. Sarah's a warrior, her sister is a healer. All a purpose as 'tis the time, follow what's said in the rhyme. So all the purposes will be given at the right time. You just need to follow what's said in the rhyme. I am the Father, I am the Son, soon, my friend, all will be one. Aide de camp, my general, thou know, which would be Michael. He'll be with you where'er you go. So he'll be with me wherever I go. Again, they multitask. It's so easy to multitask because, again, there's no space and time. So it's quite easy. Many places and many times aided your cause, working with thee without pause. So many places and times in my journey, he has aided me. Working with thee without pause. I mean, they don't need rest. To war and through peace by your side each and every time you had died. So as you mentioned, him and Gabriel will be there to protect my soul when I leave this body. I was told that recently. Now that confirmed that I wasn't sure if it was every time I passed or not. But he just said that yes, that was the case. Each and every time I had died, at least Michael was there. Olothiel, 2, as 2 or 1 from the beginning till all is done. So Olothiel is my soul twin, and I don't have knowledge of it. We all have a soul twin or not. I don't think that's the case. I know that we're not all multiple lives to certain ones, servants of him, or people who aren't servants of him knowingly. Sometimes are sent to learn something, but all part of his plan. If it's part of his plan, then you may have multiple lives, but not as a rule of thumb. But Lothiel, my soul twin, is by my side as well, because two are one from the beginning till all is done. He's with me as well. Then to see as saw you did, before in spirit all was hid. So when all is done, then I will see as I did in the beginning, totally clearly, before in spirit all was hid. Because once I started journeying in life, certainly in the conscious life, physically in the flesh, I don't see and everything. Some things I know I've had to relearn in the physical form, because we just don't remember them in our conscious. And anybody who's experienced near death, who died and come back, sent back, and there's books out there, people experience this, and they'll kind of tell the same thing. Some of the stuff has faded away. I mean, you're allowed to remember what you're allowed to remember. She in spirit joins the flesh. As you travel, the two shall mesh. So again, the ancient wife, it's slowly joining, becoming one with Judy, who I'm going to stay with. Will join more with her in her body as I travel my way out there. Awaken upon the eyes do see the deepest, truest part of thee. And that was mentioned years back, that when the ancient wife, whoever she was going to join with, she would fully become aware of who she is spiritually when we look in each other's eyes. So that's what that's referring to. Awaken upon the eyes do see the deepest, truest part of thee. So it's going to unlock some spiritual things. Both as one as was before, separated long ago by holy war. That's giving a little information now about when our first time we were together. Both as one then will be as was before, separated long ago by holy war. So there was a holy war long ago that separated us. Maybe I was killed in it, I don't know, or just taken apart from each other. You'll remember as days do pass. You'll remember as days do pass, memories within shall amass. So as days pass, we're together, I'll remember more and more. Memories within shall amass, shall build up, shall come forth. Both of us to recall things long forgotten, with each life anew begotten. So both of us shall recall things long forgotten, with each new life we've had begotten. Each life that we began again, more stuff had become forgotten, or buried in a deep subconscious. Portia, which was her first life, Portia, thy first and truest love, second only to Penelope above. Now, Penelope is my soulmate, my true soulmate in heaven. She wasn't my first wife and not my last, but she's my soulmate. So Portia was my first and truest love. And then she's second only to that love of Penelope. Again, there's no need to be jealous or anything. It's not a competition. In spirit form, those are physical emotions, physical thoughts. There's no need to feel those things. She too has traveled, not knowing why, yet in her faith maintained an eye upon the path deep in soul, always seeking, yet never whole. So she too, in multiple lives, traveled multiple lives, not knowing why, though. I did, but she didn't. Yet in her faith, she maintained an eye upon the path deep in her soul, which is his path for her. Always seeking, yet never whole. Always seeking, but not knowing what she was seeking, because that inner soul was driving her. Giving a gift she was endowed, or giving is a gift she was endowed with. Giving a gift she was endowed, forging away each field she plowed. So this refers to something Jesus said, they who put their hands to the plow and turn, look behind them are not fit to follow me. So in other words, once you start following him and doing what he needs you to do, serving him, don't look behind you, because then you're not fit for him. I mean, to really, really, truly serve him. I mean, serve him. Stick to the plow. Keep your hands to the plow, moving forward. So, giving her gift of giving was a gift that she was endowed with, was given by God. She was forging away on each field she plowed, each life that she lived. Obstinance, a trait we know full well why in learning we did not tell. So obstinance, stubbornness was a trait of hers. So they know full well why in learning we did not tell of what her purpose in life 'twas, no matter what told always does, of her own mind and not my word, leading up to this final third. So I was saying that she's stubborn. Stubbornness is a trait. Obstinance is a trait that they know full well she's had in each life, which is why in her learning they did not tell of what her purpose in life was, because she wouldn't listen to it. And I witnessed this in this life, trying to explain things to her and get her to let go and to change, whatnot. She just wouldn't listen. She had to do it in her own time. So she's been stubborn in all her lives. So what they're saying, no matter what she was told, always did what was of her own mind and not his word, leading up to this final third in man's existence, the end of man's existence as it is. Now he's giving me direction. Tell her now, 'tis time to obey. What was now cast away, and what was now cast away. So tell her now is the time to obey, to start listening and do what she's told. What was, or the past, now cast away. So past is gone, which we need to do. Daughters too, her daughters too, to follow suit and learn to trust in truest root. So her daughters too will follow as she does, not being stubborn, and doing what they're told, and learn to trust in truest root. And they'll learn to trust in the truest root, the root of their soul. And God, Jesus is the root of the vine, so learn to trust in that. Learn to trust in truest root, who is Jesus. For what is of the vine, mentioned the vine, for what is of the vine must become new wine. So if you want to follow Jesus and adhere to Jesus, God, be part of that vine, connected to the root, you must become new wine. As he said, you can't put old or new wine into old wineskins, because they'll burst. Otherwise, you have to let him change who you are, remold you and change you into a new wineskin. So as he changes your water to wine, you can handle it, can grasp it, and accept it, and then grow to the next level, where he'll make you another wineskin, newer, bigger wineskin, as he changes more of you into wine. So it's a continuous process, like going to school. Again, until you can accept, pass your grade, you can't advance to the next grade. We learn more stuff. So you have to accept what he's trying to make of you, and make you into, and grow in faith, serving him, before he can make you into new wineskins, so he can move you up another level. Again, like, it ties into that extra brain space that we're not using. He wants to fill that up and activate more that's inside, to use that and fill it up instead of letting it go to waste. But what is of the vine must become new wine, or wither and die. They'll wither and die. What do these brain cells do? They wither and die because we don't use them. We kill them off with alcohol and drugs and that so forth. So it must become new wine or wither and die, not knowing why. That's why. Without the root, Jesus, vine cannot grow. Mother, this you must then show. So without the root, what vine cannot grow. Mother, this you must then show. Must them show. Okay, that's to her daughters. So to convince her and teach her that without the root, which is Jesus, they cannot grow, and that she must show this to them. Mark my words, a time of closure of moon's cycle in all composure. Set thee out upon final course as third of brethren arrives on horse. So this is for me. Mark my words, listen to his words, these words here. A time of closure of moon's cycle, which is the monthly lunar cycle, in all composure. So mark his words in all composure at the end of the moon cycle. I'm assuming it's this moon cycle, especially with the blood red moon coming up in a week, less than a week. I'm not sure if it's this lunar cycle or the next one when he wants me to move. So I just know it's going to be after a lunar cycle. Seeing as he told me this now, I'm assuming it's at the end of this cycle, but not positive. So end of moon cycle in all composure, set thee out upon final course. It would be final move for me as the third of brethren arrives on horse. So I'll set thee out upon final course after this moon cycle as the third of the brethren arrives on horse. So that'll be my clue. When he reveals us that the third horseman arrives, was it plague or famine? I can't remember which. That'll be my time to leave. To thy mother to bade her well, while you travel, then to tell. Again, mentioning as the previous one, to stop by to see my mother, and bade her well, because I may not see her again in this life. And why I travel, and then to tell. Tell or explain her to everything, which I have before, but I'll explain it to her again. So worry not to burden her heart, for you must do your given part. In other words, he'll worry not to burden her heart. I got to do what I got to do for him, and she'll understand that. So that's that explanation for that message. Again, I hope it helps you understand what I'm about and maybe learn something from it, as always. And always seek the Lord. What adventure! I want you all to have this adventure. I mean, serving Him and giving control of your life to Him, following the path He wants you on, is an adventure full of wondrous things. Will there be some difficult times? Yes. But He's there to help you by them. Like hiking, you come, oh, there's this rock. I got to climb up over this rock. Here, let me give you a hand. He's right there to help lift you up. Personally or with the angels. It's an adventure. It's exciting. Don't be afraid of it. Let go of control of your path. Give into His control of the path He wants you on. And life is so much easier. So much easier. Let go. Peace of Christ. God bless.